What am I crying? Stop crying. There. Okay, boys. Okay. Oh. Sit up straight. Maggot. Damn, this titty's big as fuck, boy. Make myself smaller. That's what she said. Oh, is that an update? I see. Oh my. Tee-hee-hee. I did it. Hey, yo. Big, how are you? Ooh, my VTuber model lagging. Probably because I'm compiling shaders. Bruh. I got permission to cover the drama, but I gotta cover something called Sprout 2. And I was looking into Sprout 2, and I might actually use it. I was reading the GitHub project. I'm like, that's something I'm interested in. I am a Jew and very alive. No, I gotta start collecting Muslims in my basement. I think I will do this community a big favor. Yeah, I gotta up the freaking where is it? I gotta up the freaking what was it? I gotta up the Muslims in my basement. Where's that clip at? Where's my up? Let's up those numbers. Where at the hell did I put it? Did I put it in my memes folder? Welcome home. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with her face? Most ran through streamer? Ew, who the fuck will run through that? What file manager is this? Dolphin. Sprout like a plant? Yeah, like a sprout. It's called Sprout 2. Got this horrible character design. We got the meme. We got the you looking fine mama type of got the fucking the Windows sound. The Windows error sound. You got the horsemen's the apocalypse here. You got Harry Potter looking like he's about to drop a fire ass album. And we got woke Asmongold. Went fat. Holy meme. I got more, it's just not in this distro. I gotta recollect my. Wait, what was I looking for? Where's that clip where it says let's up those numbers? Is it this one? No, it's just I don't know where I put it. Damn it! I gotta get more organized with my memes. What's Mango saying? Let's up those numbers. Oh, here it is.
That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers.
That's not good. That's dangerous.
That's what I gotta say about how little muslins I have stored in my basement. I need to. I need to get more muslins in my basement.
That's dangerous.
Let's up
Those numbers!
That's not good. That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
Do you have plugins for Dolphin? No, I'm using it vanilla. When you hover over and then display to, you can do it through the settings. I forgot how I did it, but I know you could. It's through the set. There's a setting you gotta enable. That setting is a little bit messy, boy. Whoa, what the heck? My VTuber model not showing the titty, bro. Free the titty. I'm never gonna forget the day that I was literally got out of military school and a pedophile came up to me and gave me a lollipop. He was running out naked. He was wearing nothing but a Santa Claus. A Santa Claus hat, running around naked, protesting for free the titty. And he handed me a lollipop and walked away. People told me he could go to jail for that because I was underage, but I just laugh every time I remember it. A naked man with his dick out went up to me and handed me a lollipop. The man said, free the titty. Bro, when you're hover over the border. Yeah, it's in like the dolphin settings. Wait, the conquest reset. Oh, it's not that day yet. Yay, get a free crate. The fuck am I gonna use that for? Let's just storage. Ah, so I want the right one. Okay, let's see if we succeed to them monopolizing the market. Wait, I gotta open this first. How much did I get? Okay, we got a decent amount.
Hey, thanks.
Okay, let's see if we succeed on capitalism in the market. Please tell me I made at least $1 million. Yeah! Make money. Make money. Shout out to Jeffrey F. I was kidding. Make money, boys. We make money. That's over $1 million right there. That's $6 million. Well, Imperial credits. Oh, let's go back to capitalizing it. Now. Why are people selling it for? 40K. Okay. Capitalize on that. Make it slightly cheaper. Let's make some money. Even though we're only gonna drop it by like 200 credits. No. Oh, that must be a really good day to sell this. Because I made 6 million. I guess the weekends is the best time to sell stuff. So let's sell this for 39,000. And 900. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it for 7 days. It's great. So, gotta make money, boys. I want to get to 1 billion. I'm pretty close to 1 billion credits. 1 billion. I'm about to beat a billionaire in this game. Got like 200 million, a little bit more to make. I like money. Wait, no. I like money. Bro, I can't wait. I can't wait to hit 1 billion. I'm gonna throw a party. I'm gonna throw a party. I'm gonna invite one of Epstein's many daughters. Just stop fucking joking about that. You know someone's gonna take that out. I want to test something out. Cause NVIDIA said an update, and so Vulkan 2.4. And I'm waiting on the NVIDIA DLSS 12 update. So I want to know if the update fixed the performance. Why am I moving my hands like freaking Trump? What the fuck? See, I'm doing the Trump hand gestures when I talk. That's this kept at 144. I'm just gonna erase this right here. My game was updated. I want to see how the performance feels. Well, that's compiling way faster than it did before our NVIDIA GPUs. Okay, NVIDIA's cooking. That's compiling extremely fast. It used to take way longer than this. So there's some decryptor fixes right there. I'm already seeing it. That's going way too fast. Because NVIDIA GPUs, it got a boost and now let's see. Let's see if this French game runs properly. How many hours I even got on it? So how was your day at work? It was good. Still had to deal with really smart Muslims that ask me what this is, and they show me what is this, and they show me an image of bread, and I said the bakery, and they say, "Oh, where the fuck you think you put bread at a fucking grocery store? The fucking bakery. God, are they that stupid?" Let me check something. Did I put the right compatibility layer? Yeah, I did. Let's launch it again. Oh. Bitch, you eat tortilla. They eat flatbread. You went that different. They weren't looking for flatbread. They were shopping for someone else because they're one of those drivers that take people's grocery to fat Americans' house that are too lazy to get out of the house and shop for themselves. And we don't eat tortillas on a regular. That's Mexicans. We eat tostones, which is like plantain flattened out and deep fried. Along with some sweet plantains and some canoa, like a sweet plantain deep fried with ground beef in the center and cheese. And onions. Ooh, green onions. Ooh, I'm gonna bust. I'm gonna bust, man. Door dashing or whatever. Yeah, it's like door dashing, but specifically for Walmart. It's called Spark. And they have a lot of Muslims that work in there because no other job will hire them because they're not legal in the country. So they buy accounts that are run by someone that has a citizenship, and they buy the account. That's how they could work. There's this one Indian guy that does the same job, and every time I look at him, every time I see him in that store, he reminds me of a villain in a Bollywood movie. His eyebrows have like an arch, and it makes him look like he's an evil villain. Okay, let's skip this. Maybe NVIDIA didn't fix it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hee hee. Jamona. Wow. 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 Ooh. 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 Okay. I'm seeing some performance boosts. I like that music. How far can we push it? No, no, no. Okay, okay. See, let's see. Look at that performance. Hey, they fixed it. That's the real question. Why I am running on DLSS? They haven't fixed it. Damn it. Ooh, feet! Feet! Give me your feet. I need feet. Kojima mode. Give me your feet. never gotten that excited for feet. Okay. I don't think implement that. I saw somebody, when you think about Mexicans and Jews are not different, live in the desert, eat liver bread, liver bread, meaning bread that I know I'm not. What do you think? I'm a woman? Think because I have a VTuber avatar, I'm dumb looking woman. Don't let. I know what that means. 100% flat. My favorite G's to eat comes from vagina. Gross. Which has so much cheese, I was able to make bread. No. I forgot. I can't make jokes like that with my freaking rigger comes with me to the podcast. I gotta come down. I can't be making those jokes around her. Oh, yeah, I asked her. It was like, I gotta ask her. So, how far are jokes for you? Because I gotta take notes what jokes not to make. Because I make a lot of those. Yeah, you pronounce it as unlevered. I can't read English, okay? It sounds like a Spanish word, so I kind of knew what it like around the word. What the fuck? What's what John Turn used to say? What the hell is that thing? Does your wife ask you for special when she hears you go feet? No, she actually is the one who likes my feet. There's one time she bought a unicorn head and I called her a furry, and then she gave it away. It was like, "Are you sure you don't want to wear your fursuit?" And she kept getting mad because I keep calling her unicorn costume a fursuit. And then she said, "Stop calling me that." And I was like, "Okay, a brony, whatever." She's like, "I'm not a brony." I was like, "Do you like watching My Little Ponies?" She responded, "Yes." I'm like, "You're a brony," which is equal a furry. You're a furry. Stop living in denial. Now, time to play Space Terrorist. Look. I'm gonna play as a terrorist. You know, talking about terrorists, this one time, yesterday, I was with someone in a dungeon, and they were playing the same class. They were playing the class that I was playing with this character, and they crafted all their armor to look like an ice agent. His name was Jake from Ice. Jake from Ice. He was dressed, he had like the face mask, he was dressed exactly like an ice agent. I was like, fucking base. Oh, you're me. I love talking about my cousin. Is he a lawyer? Keep your lawyer cousin by. I might need him one day. Live in New York by any chance? No, like Arabs. Oh, okay.
Those willing to risk everything to combat the
Wait,
Grave
I
and
thought...
Tatooine should consult with a representative of the Highland Organization for Rakul Neutralization on World.
Why is there always a woman interrupting me? Like, I can't escape it. Anyways. Wait, I thought Israelis were considered Arabs. A lawyer is my brother. Bro, you said that like Master Yoda. Master Yoda would have said it more like... something brother. My brother, lawyer, he is. That's how Yoda would have said it.
This is the chieftain of Clan Varad. Whoever you are, you've challenged the wrong ship.
Yeah, let's set things on fire. What's it? Oh, lawyer. Oh, fuck. I forgot how Yoda talks again. Oh, no. My connection. Oh. Oh. Yeah. My connection back. Holy shit. What happened to my VTuber studio? Wait. Okay. Okay, I'm back. We Middle Eastern, so you know how Turks are European, but not white. What? No, like eras. I love talking about cousins, my lord. But we're Middle Eastern, so you can know the Turks are Europeans. That explains so much about Hassan. So that does that mean that Hassan hates himself? He's a self-hating European. Yo, he knocked me so far I farted. That shit stinks. We're Middle Eastern, so you know Turks are European, but not white. If I'm from an island, and I technically say, because I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy doing island things. I don't know how to lyrics, so I'll be honest. Fire! So basically most people in the Middle East not truly era. There are people who got conquered by era, so they declare themselves as era even though genetically they are Assyrian and Babylonian. Wasn't there something called like the Towers of Babylon or something? processor. Come here, Karen. I'm a pepper spray the bitch. I should actually do like a Ice Agent roleplay in this game. Goddamn illegal aliens, you're not supposed to be in this sector. Woo, 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 woo. Face eyes. Reporting. Roger that. We got a dirty space Mexican in here. Actually, I like Mexicans. Can we make them Muslim? Because at least Mexicans can't. There's a dirty look. He has a hijab. Fucking muscle him. Kill him. Dude, he's wearing a hijab. I'm not even kidding. Look, look. He's wearing a fucking hijab. Oh, is that a woman? It's a space Muslim. Ah, bitch. Come on, get that fucking muscle in, bro. We got him, boys. You know, East before Muslim conquers diverse language and culture people. After conquest, only 3 groups of Christians were typically European: Assyrians, Kurdish, Muslims, Arabs, Jews. Bro, I farted. That shit fucking stinks. Okay, so do you game where you sleep? No, I game in a separate room. My freaking wife talks too loud on the phone. I got my own room. I wish. That'll be great. My computer is my second wife. Talking about that. My wife started yelling at me because I called my computer my second wife, and I told her, don't make me attach an electric flashlight to it, because I'll do it. Okay, is this too high? I feel like lower the game. Whee! Your fingers on your finger, you finger your PC? No, but I move her parts around sometimes. I know. Impressive, right? Oh, it's worse. I got two what is it called? I got two displays her ports hooked to her. Actually, this is the only computer I haven't given a name to. What'll be a good name for my computer? Is that criteria being a wife being moved? Well, sometimes I do change the parts inside. Because I got multiple GPUs and I like to run tests before I open my big fat mouth how NVIDIA is performing on both NVIDIA GPUs and then my latest one. So I like do tests and shit before I open my big fat mouth. I don't make mistakes. So I sometimes change the GPU. Yep, he went upstairs without us. To the wife of the PC. The PC. Ironically, my wife actually had parts that move. Because her leg used to be broken because of a car accident. So she had like screws on her hip, her coochie, and her knee. Well, it's like a bone close to there or something, she told me. What she said the other day? I said, can I rub it between your screws? And she said, what, do I look like a... Wait, I forgot what she said. She said something, and then I said something smart back. Or was it the time when I said that she would say, so you're gonna replace me with an AI robot? I'm like, why? You got screws. I got you. You already got the screws. Something like that. I remember. I say a lot of stupid shit to her. Even my wife gets trolled by me. I troll my dad. I troll my mom. I troll everyone. If I care about someone, I troll them. Oh, I am. What do you think? I got horns. Bro, always use the elevator without us, don't you? Can't wait 1 fucking second for us to get in the elevator. But this guy, he's always leaving everyone behind. And he's not even fucking healing. You mark yourself as a fucking healer, but you don't heal. So I hate people that do this in dungeons. They don't wait up for no one. Sit in the cut corner for not healing me. Oh wait, he's not the healer, he's the tank. He's gonna get the cock share. So how hard is driving through New York with snow? I don't know, because I refuse to drive. Actually, my license got taken away. Road rage, fun story. When I was younger, I used to be really hot-headed. I used to have really bad anger issues. And so my license got permanently taken away. That's all you gotta know. Will your wife frame you? Nah. Used to? Yeah. I'm not angry no more. Well, I am, but like, most of it is performative. Unless I'm talking about a fucking game.
Get in position. Cut down that scum.
Oh, you haven't seen me in full demon mode. Time to go full demon mode. So do you have vape midstream? Yeah, I do. See, look, let me take a hit. Letting that smoke out. Yeah. Okay, there. I try not to hit it a lot so I can stay focused because I don't want to feel like I'm addicted. Come on, die, you bastard.
At least that idiotic peace treaty hasn't made you soft.
No sound at all.
Fight after all.
The VTuber model's disguise is good. Oh yeah. Yeah. I wonder if you can't see my vape because I have a VTuber model. Wonder if that had to do something with it. Crazy. Geez, I wonder. I'll head out. Good night. All right. Later, Vic. Have a good night or day. Go yell at some Karens for me. Why he got so huge? Yeah, smoke Karens for you. Yeah, I'll. Yeah. Oh shit, I got 13 viewers? Man, that's crazy. You know I had 13 people viewing me? Hey, yo! I don't... Wait, no one's typing in chat, but I got 13 viewers. Hey.
Your little adventure is about to end. Come on, I'm waiting for you.
Blink twice. If, I forgot what I was gonna say. Blink twice if... Wait, what am I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say. Blink twice if the CIA is watching me. Or worse, Rat Hat. Yo! What's up? How's everyone? Freaking game is too high for me. I gotta lower the volume. I should probably do some of the bounty hunter story after this. Oh, give me a. Oh my god.
This ship belongs to Clan Varad. Time for you to die. What's the matter? Getting tired? Ah! If only you'd fought this hard in the war.
Oh boy! I gotta lower the volume of this game. Give me a sec. Oh, that's better. Ah, fuck this. Okay, let's go fuck up the boss.
This is a good death. I'll see you in hell.
Hey, it's not too bad. Fuck is wrong with my microphone? They're gonna put it to my mouth? I just they're having mic problems. I'm to blame pipe wire. Alright, it's closer to my mouth now. Bro, I found Linux in the Epstein files. Apparently Epstein was trying to set up like a Linux server. Well, he was trying to run a server under Linux. But, I don't know, the documentation seemed like they were confused by what he was trying to do with the server. And there's a bunch of emails and letters of him making questions to Red Hat Enterprise. Let me find it. Let's look it up. Let me pull it up. It was like something. I haven't read through all of it. Epstein. Search. Yes. See, it was like, I think it was like this first one. Yeah, it was like this first one. See? I think the server R4 seems to come from also Red Hat Enterprise Linux server or SUSE Linux Enterprise server. It was like right here. I was going through this. I didn't finish all of it. This man spent 400, I think it was like $400,000 or some shit like that. Where was it? Where did I find that? There was like some shit. Oh, I also ended up finding that he was actually one of the first people to invest into crypto. Apparently he was using, one of the things he was doing, he was like using these servers to mine crypto. They're like a bunch of, I'm not gonna cover it. I'll probably make like a freaking video about that some other time. I thought that was kind of interesting. Nothing worth covering, but it's a good way I could race bait people and say, Red Hat is in the Epstein files? Oh, well, that doesn't. Yeah, really? Are you sure about that? And then roll the intro. And then when I make the video, it's like a big nothing burger, but people got clickbaited into the video. Now I'm gonna get a bunch of dislike. It's gonna be great. All right, let's do that freaking main story. Oh, we're going to terrace. See if we could find some cathars in there. Hat or no hat? Okay, I'm taking the hat off. Oh, the helmet. Tugoom or not Tugoom? The world may never know. Yee! Okay, hopefully we're gonna get some funny dialogue. Well, I might just react to this one video I have in my playlist. I got more Ashes of Creation videos coming up. Nah, fuck. I kind of do. I'm tempted. Wait, let me make her craft or whatever.
Try not to have too much fun without me.
Prepare to be impressed.
A task just for you? Oh, thank you, Master.
Let me put my other character to craft so I can get some mats back.
Piece of cake.
What could go wrong?
I won't disappoint.
Couldn't find anyone else?
On my way.
You can count on me. Prepare to be impressed.
Yeah, how much money I have? Yeah, I'm trying to get to 1 billion. That'll be fucking sick once I get there. Wait. Before I do that, I want to test that game again. Like, because I want to see if the... So let's look up Heroic. Do I have Cyberpunk? Because Heroic's DirectX 12 also, right? Right, guys? I don't have it downloaded. I'm gonna have to install it. All right. All right. Look how fast that thing is compiling now. Yeah, they're doing some work on the decryptors. Boom or not to go. Well, I did get a update from Vulkan 1.4. I don't think Steam has implemented it, which is why I'm downloading Heroic. Because if I use the Proton GE, I wonder. I think I did get a Heroic update yesterday also. I don't know. It's like, let me see. This game performs really bad. Let me check this one. Dude, this game performs really bad too. I got these ready in my playlist. Zero Dawn performs the worst. This one is a demo, so that's bound to perform bad. Star Wars, I can't use it to test it because that's DirectX 9. I wonder if this is gonna fix anything with the warping. 'Cause this game tends to like warp really bad, and it goes like, no, goes like that. Yeah, this game always warps, which is weird because the developer said that they have support for Linux, not like a native build, but that they help with like patches and stuff. Yes, the developers of this game actually are not those type of developers that they only think that the only Linux distro they should care about is Steam OS. They care about all distros. Apparently, I should probably play this game at one point in this week. Cause I heard in their update they dropped like the rest of the story. Not like the whole thing, but some more parts from the story. Yeah, I think this is the first time I'm running it because I reinstall it again. I always get rid of my folders. Blah blah blah. Mom, hurry up, bro. Hurry up. I fucking sold my organs for this car. I'm one kidney short, bro. I'm one kidney short. Hello, chat. How are you guys? Adam, I know you're there. I can smell you. I smell the Dr. Pepper and I hear your World of Warcraft click. Oh, scare him off. What's a Punky? I think it's the same person, it's just two different accounts, right? God damn. Lower that. I just want to know, did they fix the warp? No, they didn't fix the warp. Ugh. Ugh. Look at that warp. Ugh. They still didn't fix it. Spotlight. What the fuck is this? Yeah, you added that. I don't care. Bro, it's that multi-frame jam. Fucking kills me. I mean, performance is not that different. I'll be honest. Woo. Oh. I forgot how to play this game. I forgot how to play the game. It's been such long time. I don't play it. There's just a little bit of FPS improve. And getting like 100 and something more FPS. Oh no, I'm burning. Get in here, you little dirty bastard. Get out here. Oh shit. What the fuck? There we go. Die, bitch. Alright, so there was a little bit of FPF in this one. How I asset this game. Yeah, I don't think that warp is ever gonna get freaking fixed. What I said I was gonna do? Oh yeah. Okay, let me look it up. Where's my tip? Where's my goddamn tip? My playlist.
That game design.
Oh, this is my wrong playlist. So, sort by last video added.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I want to react to this one. Because I feel so justified. People tell me, oh no, you're wrong. That game is going to succeed. You're a hater. Yes, you're a hater. And now it happened. Just like I said it would. I'm feeling so justified.
Oh boy. You're
Okay. Whoa. Okay, so what should we say for the intro? Okay, let's make our intro. What should I say? People in the F-Sync files and people not in the F-Sync file, welcome to my video. So, today, now I know I'm going to be doing a lot of hate on Ashes of Creation because I'll be honest, when I talk shit about the game when it was in development, even years in it, people told me that I was wrong. I was a hater, that this game was going to succeed, but I actually researched it. I researched the devs and the whole development, and I knew this game was going to fail from day one. Now, people harass me. They literally hated me for like a whole week straight. And they sent me a lot of unpleasant message telling me I was wrong and all this shit. But now I'm actually feeling pretty. So today we're gonna be making another hate video. We're gonna have a react video to this lovely gentleman right here. Where the heck did my model go? My damn model. Woo! All the way down here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a regular thing. All right. So here we are. So we're gonna be reacting to this. And let's see.
Boys, you're gonna love this. We have some more hot, juicy news about the glorious destruction of Ashes of Creation and how absolutely incompetent all the people working there were, especially a good old Game Master Steven. Oh yeah.
I'ma say I hate that guy with a passion. Like, I fucking hate how he interacts with the freaking community. You know, I find it kind of shitty that knowing that his game was going to fail at the last second, he decided to actually put the game on Steam. It's almost like, oh, well, we're going to go out. We might as well go out and sell and get a little bit of money before we go off.
Because if you thought that Stranger's Ashes of Creation hasn't even finished 5% of the game, well, needless to say, that's because of a reason. And that reason is because every single person.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, I know there's a lot of people, they're coping, they're sitting, they're getting mad. Because here's the thing, when people invest a lot of money into a game, they get really emotional invested. And then when people criticize what they lost, they get so offended. But my brother, who the fuck drops $250 for a pre-order pack and a fucking game that's not even real on a beta? Something that's being tested. An MMO that's not even ready. Now, if you're coping over this, that's on you. Because I could never see freaking myself spending $250 on a game that's in beta. An MMO, that's a big risk. On a guy who was involved in a previous rock pool. Come on, we got to put our brains. We got to get those brain cells working, because if you're mad because of that, by the way, I got to say, I only spent the $40 and Steam ended up refunding it. I spent $40 on Ashes of Creation. And even then, I made my money back with YouTube ads because, yeah, YouTube out here pimping me and them hate videos.
Person working there was absolutely clueless what they are even supposed to do on a regular basis, and that's absolutely hilarious.
It was immensely successful, garnering over $3.2 million.
Yeah, remember how I say how he made that money in the last hate video I made on this game? And I said it was with that rock pool shit that he had in that page that he technically said he wasn't really like involved. He just made the wet page. Yeah, well, I mean, if we put 2 and 2 together, he said he wasn't involved into that fake medical rock pool previously. Then explain why the fuck did they pay him that much? Like, how he got rich from it. Yeah, I don't think someone will get that rich just from freaking making a web page for someone who allegedly made a rock pool.
From almost 20,000 backers supporting this.
Oh no, I was just a web designer. I have nothing to do with it. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
Project, and it was all being spearheaded by this individual, creative director Stephen Sheriff, who had grand visions of an MMO.
Young doesn't even know how to pronounce his surname. Stephen Sheriff. No, it's Stephen
Sheriff. Stephen Chetty.
Sharif.
That be incredibly reactive to players' actions, and the world would be shaped based on how players collectively behaved in the world. It was an incredibly ambitious project whose ideas drew a lot of attention, but then...
Man, but here's the other thing too. Why it obviously wasn't going to work. When a game is not even out yet and it's beta and the game is getting overhyped this much, you know something is going to go wrong. Because, like, one is the game was being way too overhyped. And usually, of my experience of 28 years of gaming, I've always experienced, there's always a pattern. If a game is overhyped, it's not going to do that well. That's usually the results.
People started looking into some of the people involved, including Stephen Sheriff, and that's when things started to become a little suspect. It turned out Stephen Sheriff had a background in multi-level marketing, which is a controversial form of business that is like pyramid scheme-esque. Then there's the fact that Stephen Sheriff had no real experience developing games, and the team he did...
Didn't I tell you guys? I've been saying this for like, I don't know, I think I made 2 previous videos on it. That was one of the reasons why I didn't really trust Steven.
Assemble, while they had some experience, it wasn't the level of experience you'd expect to build an MMO of.
Oh, so now we're hiring developers and that experience to develop an MMO, which, keep in mind, you couldn't get investors to actually fund it because it's too risky, and so you put your own money into it. Now, where you got that money, bro?
This ambition. There's the controversial referral program that they try to leverage, where essentially creators who promote it.
Yeah, let me obviously hire developers who are not experienced in this area and put my money in risk.
This Kickstarter would get money for a game that...
Bro, is that a vibrator? Please tell me it's a shaving machine. Okay, boys, it's not a vibrator. Shaving machine. Looks like a That damn shaving machine. This man needs app block.
that doesn't really even exist yet, which reminded people of multi-level marketing enough that it drew some.
Yeah. Now, the truth is that no one actually was suspicious of Steven. No one brought up the multi-level marketing stuff. In all of the time that...
How can you not? Like, they obviously had to look into him before they even decided to work for him. What? Bro, what? Again, people work along him and not suspected. There were so many red flags from day one.
Sith creation was a thing, and
He was literally involved into a freaking scandal.
it existed detractors. I actually never heard about any of the multi-level marketing shit. That turns out Steven got rich through that. I knew that he was a self-proclaimed billionaire, but the fact that he got rich through that, I had no idea. I just thought he's an Epo, baby. Well, turns out he wasn't that.
I don't think he's a millionaire for a second. If he was a billionaire, he actually would have hired people. Well, at the same time, it could be that he intentionally hired them. We'll see. Okay, I'll shut up. We'll keep watching.
That far from an Epo, baby, to a degree, considering all of his family also does that type of scams.
Oh, I did not know that about his family.
Suspicion, and there were also suspicions surrounding the promise that if no game releases from this Kickstarter campaign, then Steven Sheriff himself would refund all Kickstarter backers. Now, over the course of...
He's not going to do that. Let's be honest. He is not going to do that.
years, people would see progress on Ashes of Creation.
You got better luck with Yandere Death actually refunding your money.
However slow it was. 4 years after the Kickstarter campaign, they launched a first playable alpha that ultimately was met with mixed reception because a lot of systems were still in...
The people making
Alpha. That's right. Alpha is before beta. So the game wasn't even in beta testing mode. It was literally still on alpha. 10 years and the game was still in alpha? Now, come on, if you can't see the red flag, what the heck are you doing?
Videos about the Ashes of Creation and defending the slow progress. That was always one of the biggest things I absolutely detested about this game, because there were so many people who are like, okay, a year has passed and they added 2 new animations. Wow, that's so good. That's so...
The year, it has been like what, almost like 9 years or almost 10. It almost lived 10, or I think it did 10 already. 10 years, and the game hasn't even finished the classes. Like, they finished the class to a certain level, but the subclasses never got released. I'm like, come on. I think one of the first things you should do when you're doing this type of project is finish the class. At least finish the class. And they couldn't even do the bare minimum to even offer a gaming experience for people.
Such great progress. And you would have these people who typically usually had the referral code defending all the slop that Ashes of Creation did.
Honestly, all the streamers that were defending things were obviously lying. This is how I see it. Because the way I see Asmongold, I feel like Asmongold's case was different. I feel like he kind of knew it wasn't going to success, but at the same time, he was really hoping because he really liked the game, because he dreams of having a game that's like old school WoW, but it's not by Blizzard. But he had to know at one point. As fan, I don't really know why he believed in this game so much. The other ones, I'm pretty sure they knew. Because if you see the other people that were involved in the creator program, there were a lot of people, it's those type of people that when new MMO or new slop game that's bad comes out, they glaze it because they're obviously getting paid. I'm like, you're glazing this game where the whole world is telling you it's bad. I play it myself, dude. The game is not that good. But they do this for every game, so that was another thing. As soon as I saw those MMO Andes in it, I was like, yeah, if he's saying it's good, I don't really even think it's good. And I played it for 7 hours, and I was right.
Well, more precisely, none of the slop that they did, because Ashes of Creation didn't do fucking anything. Again, the progress on Ashes of Creation wasn't glacially paced. It was barely existed. Again, if you're being honest, the game is... I'm not making this up. If you combine everything, the game is maybe 5% complete at this point. None of the classes, none of the mechanics, none of
And the crafting is so freaking messy. Like, have you tried to craft in that game? I hate it. It has like the worst crafting menu ever. See, and like I said, the classes are not done. It comes to a point you're just out of quests. It's just a game with a bunch of side quests.
the quests, none of the interactions, none of the world is actually finished at this point. The world is probably the biggest one, and even from that, there's only one zone that even comes remote.
Bro, I played that game for 7 hours, and I don't even know what the main story is. I don't even have a tiny idea what the game even tries about.
Close above 50.
That's how well, obviously, so well directed and written. This, oh yes, it makes World of Warcraft look like it's on a golden pedestal.
Percent completion. In 10 years, that being the only thing that they have actually finished is crazy.
And it was very much a game that had a long way to go. But as the years would go by, we would continue to get updates from the developers, and things seem to be going like well enough to the point where
we could honestly say and factually say that GTA 6 will come out before this game because the studio closed. Ha! Get it? Because too soon.
eventually did see a December 11th, 2025 launch. The game would launch in early access at a cost of $50, but you don't see that price point here anymore because the game has since been delisted due to the fact that
Fucking base. See, Valve being base again.
basically
Based Steam heroes.
the development team behind this MMO, Intrepid Studios, has practically imploded and left the game in an untenable
They send that freaking game to the rice fields. They send them to the rice realm.
state from a development
By the
standpoint.
way, I never talked about this, but one of the reasons why I had no hopes for Ashes of Creation, honestly, as a game when it launched, well, when it was still active, was because of the summoner. You see this little fucking yellow blob shit? Yeah, that's a summon.
Oh.
When you make a summon just a glowing yellow fucking ginormous thing,
Wait, how does that tell you anything though?
you have no clue what you're doing, okay? There's a reason every single game that has survived along in the MMO space doesn't have flashy summons that require you to turn off the brightness on your computer, okay? And this game, again, this game got
Yeah, tell that to Final Fantasy 14.
like fundamental.
Fucking, I gotta lower my brightness when I play that game. I'm like, you ever seen like the meme where they show like the guy, me looking at my phone at night, and it's like get flash like a flashbang grenade. That's how I feel playing Final Fantasy 14.
Almost everything wrong. Fundamentally, literally, I'm not even joking. Almost everything wrong. Like the way that weapons, the way that weapons feel, that attacks feel, that summons feel, all of these things they got so pitifully wrong. It's insane.
Point, which is why you'll find that recent reviews are overwhelmingly negative because, you know
what? Something funny about this game. They said that what was it? Oh, we're doing they said we're doing what no other game has done. And then I was trying to look through the page, like what did they do the other MMOs didn't? Because it's doing things that already existed. It's just like old school MMO. And then I saw the symbol Unreal Engine 5, and I'm like, oh, so Unreal Engine 5 MMO. Wow, so different from other MMOs. Do I look like I give a fuck about Unreal Engine 5?
it's been an almost 9-year-long journey only for the MMO to shut down 2 months after launch, leaving people feeling like they were scammed. It was throughout January 31st to February 1st, 2026 when we first started hearing rumblings about Intrepid Studios' implosion, with Margaret Crone here, who was the director of marketing communications at Intrepid Studios, and in many ways being the face of this project, coming out and saying, well, this...
Wait, was that the girl that told Pirate Software that I can't ban someone who call you a ferret fucker? I was watching something like that, and apparently Pirate Software got triggered because there was like this guy in the game that called him a ferret fucker, and he kept messaging and using his community to message someone. I don't know if that's actually her, but he wanted that person banned. And then he said other things, and then he tried to use the freaking that he got swatted or whatever, and then he brought up other things that apparently there was some guy that was forming a guild to kill LGBTQ people in the game, and I'm like, I mean, that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of fucking weird. Like that's kind of like loser behavior. However, like it's a game. Who cares?
Chapter has come to a close. My time at Intrepid Studios has officially ended. Keeping details rather vague, but straight up saying that as for how this all ended, I don't really have the words. It wasn't what I expected. With indications that a lot of people were laid off during this whole process, and going to Intrepid Studios LinkedIn, you can see that a lot of people who once worked at
I'm sorry. I used to feel bad for the people that are going to get laid off and they're not going to have a job. But if you weren't looking at the signs from the start, it's kind of hard to actually empathize with this people. Like, if I was there with the completion that they had within 3 years, and I saw where things were going and how much it was being held back, if I was an employee there, I would have ditched by them. By the 3rd year, I would have just been out. To be honest,
the studio now have hashtag
like the writing was on the wall.
Open to work on their profile photo, suggesting that there were significant layoffs. And Stephen Sheriff eventually responded with this statement where he too was vague and talked about like some kind of hostile takeover on the part
I read this last stream.
the
I mean the last reaction I had on
directors.
This topic.
And so in protest, he resigned, and following his resignation, allegedly, much of the senior leadership team.
I find it so funny that he, in protest to himself, resigned. I mean,
what? Protest himself and resign?
Leadership team.
I find it so funny that he, in protest to himself, resigned. I mean,
let me get this straight. So he protested himself, the guy funding the game, and then he resigned. Okay, then.
it makes sense.
Resigned.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. Not suspicious at all.
And he blames that board of directors for issuing the Warren Act notices that signal not only a mass layoff, but full on the shutdown of the studio from the looks of things. In terms of why he was keeping details vague, he just said that because of ongoing legal and governance matters, he cannot responsibly.
Ah, yes, the Asmongold defense. There's stuff happening, so I can't speak about it. It's
yeah, I'm an Asmongold viewer, and that's 100% true. He says this every time that people are like, "Oh, when do you invest in stock?" Like, "Oh, I know a lot of." Like, oh, I know a lot about a lot of things that we consider inside trading, so I can't invest in stocks. Man, I don't believe for a fact he hasn't invested in stock. Who cares? Just hush, hush. Don't say anything. Just invest ahead of time. Politicians get away with it all the time.
It's a lie. It's always a lie. You can speak about it.
Speak in further details at this time, so there's still a lot of mystery surrounding this whole situation. But Stephen Sheriff, being the leader of this project, a lot of this is his responsibility, and so a lot of blame is being shifted to him, especially with questions surrounding like what.
I love how he speaks about this. So the blame that Asmongold's creation has imploded is being shifted on Stephen Sheriff? What do you mean? What do you mean? Young, did you mean?
It's not being blamed on him. He literally is the fault. He was funding it. He just pulled out.
This video not knowing anything?
Like, he did that knowing that a lot of people are going to be unemployed. Like, to be honest, this whole thing is being really sussy from the start, and it's looking at more sussy the more and more news comes out about it.
Because honestly, it kind of sounds like it. Stephen Sheriff, all the blame is being shifted at him.
I mean, he was involved in Rockpool previously, so yeah, kinda.
Like, what do you mean? He's the owner and CEO, and you're like,
oh, and then when he got called out for the Rockpool, he said that it was his family.
Like, oh, the blame is being shifted on Putin.
Wow, how many crypto scammers have used that excuse? Actually, what was that one guy? I forgot that guy for be the shoulder or whatever from that gaming thing that he fought and that he did a rock pool and ran away. I think Mudahar covered him. He used that same excuse that it was his family.
And Steven, what are you, Zyback TV or something like that? Holy, why are you glazing?
He's doing the stereotypical Asian face. Wait, screenshot time. I'm gonna send this when my fiance freaking asked me like a freaking question that I don't know. I'm just sending that.
Steven now.
Board of directors, when you once upon a time said that we aren't governed by greedy corporate overlords, I'm funding the project, so no investors or a board to answer to, no publishers to appease. And all of a sudden, we're learning that there was a board of directors and that they caused all of this and that they did some kind of hostile takeover.
Oh, so he lied. Wow.
Things just don't add up compared to what Stephen Sheriff said.
He's contradicting himself. Let's be honest.
Previously, and with his past, with like multi-level marketing, people are like, is this a scam? Like, was this intentional on the
It's 100% a scam.
part of Steven? Just a lot of suspicion being thrown around, but we don't really know the full story quite yet, except that
Okay, how stupid do you gotta be to not realize it's a scam? There's so many red flags. Oh, come on, dude. You can't be. Stop lying to yourself. It's so fucking clear.
Ashes of Creation took a lot of money from a lot of people, led them on for 9 years, only for this MMO to launch and crash and burn 2 months after its release, and for it to also launch in a very feature incomplete, just very unfinished. And for 9 years of development, a lot of people felt like this MMO should have been at a further state. And then there's accusations.
No shit, I've been saying this for freaking months and people are fucking calling me crazy. A hater.
Surrounding it.
It's been 10 fucking years and not even the classes are finished. It doesn't even have a main story.
It's early.
Everything just feels stitched together. There's not the bare minimum done at this game.
Access launch, with a lot of people suspecting that it was done so that they can tech.
But by the way, there's still so much that doesn't make a single lick of fucking sense when it comes to
He's been lying.
For example, still the payouts don't make sense because people, last time we talked about the payouts, people were mentioning that it's California, so it technically does actually make sense. So the math.
Oh, the California excuse. You know, last person I heard trying to use California as an excuse was Firefox. And when we found out there were some patterns where even if you say not to collect your data in the internet browser, they still won't delete your data for 30 days. And they make the excuse, oh, because California has changed the definition of what data collection means. Yeah, and that freaking browser kind of, I mean, it's still around, but like, it's not as popular as it used to be.
That I did was correct, but it's correct in California, so it's really expensive. I'm pretty sure most people didn't work at the actual workplace for Ashes of Creation, so their salaries could be smaller. Second of all, people were mentioning server costs. Bro, server costs are bullshit. You know how much Wikipedia pays in a fucking year in server costs? Well,
you know what was another red flag about this game? So here's one thing. This is a little life lesson. So this job treated all his employees like family. Now, here's a little advice. If you're gonna work at a place and they say, oh, we're family, run to the fucking hills, bro. There's certain type of jobs that are gonna fucking do those stupid family meetings and shit. That's basically that's corporate for saying we're gonna manipulate you to work extra. And we're gonna make you do a bunch of all this extra shit and take advantage of you. That's corporate for that.
Taking in literally hundreds of millions in donations, less than 30K. The whole of Wikipedia costs less than 30K in server costs. Wait, was it 30K or less than 300K in server costs? But that's in a year. Imagine Wikipedia, the most giant website we have, or visit the Wayback Machine that's bigger. I don't know, but
I'm pretty sure the Wayback Machine is way bigger.
But anyway, Wikipedia is definitely number 1 or number 2, and a lot of people use Wikipedia daily.
I know that because when the wiki wanted to charge people to use it, I started using it inside the Wayback Machine.
And that shit is either less than 30k or less than 300k in server costs in a year. Ashes of Creation doesn't even come close to that. Now, granted, they had like something like a 1 million server costs in debt since December.
Yep.
But you need to understand that debt
The fuck were they doing with the money then?
would actually be accumulated
They got millions and millions of donations in their Kickstarter or whatever they were using it to fund.
through years, through I don't know, through a lot of things. There are ways to accumulate that unpaid debt. Okay, it's not just like that. Server costs were actually just really.
Whoa, I hope later we don't get a news that he was actually stealing money from the company or something. No, because now we know that he wasn't paying it all by himself. Apparently there was investors involved, which he lied about that too. Ah, wow. How convenient.
1 million per month.
Technically fulfill the promise of if the game doesn't launch, then we'll return the
If. You know, I don't believe they're going to return the money.
money.
I'll believe it when I see it.
And since the game technically did launch,
Oh wait, I didn't even finish the rant that
The game technically never launched. I mean, yes, it launched, but it was in alpha. Alpha is not even the beta.
was going on. Okay, the biggest thing that doesn't make sense about this is the fact that they were selling beta keys for like, I don't know, how much was it the last time? 100 to
Wasn't it like 250?
200 or something like that dollars, and they stopped selling them while people still wanted to buy them. Like, why would you do that? If you need money, you wouldn't do it. If you're a scam, you wouldn't do it. So how the hell does that make sense? That you have people who want to buy your shitty alpha keys, and then you don't. Unless, obviously, your idea is, let's create FOMO, because they have already done it before with the keys and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. And then after that, when the keys were gone, people were getting pissed off. And then they stopped doing the whole FOMO thing and they put their game on Steam. But that was already when the game started to fall off.
Maybe they thought that they can actually...
When they were going through that whole thing of backlash and they were exposing Steven. That's when they got all that backlash is when they decided to actually put it on Steam.
You know, make it a little bit more expensive the next time around.
Thank you for the follow, Jonah.
Time around
Welcome to the rice fields.
never came. There's so many questions because Ashes of Creation doesn't make sense as a game, and Ashes of Creation doesn't even make sense as a scam. It's just like this is on all levels.
You know what's the other thing? I know they're talking about trying to sell the IP possibly, and to be honest, I don't think anyone will buy the IP with all the backlash. And if someone does end up buying the IP, they basically will have to rewrite the whole game because there's a lot of things wrong with that game and just certain things that just don't work in an MMO perspective. So if someone does buy it, they're gonna have to like rebrand, change the name, change everything, and start over. Because this reputation has been burnt to the ground.
The most mismanaged,
Thanks, Steven, for that.
stupid thing ever.
some state, in this case early access state, they don't have to fulfill that promise because they technically launched the game, even if in a bare bones and incomplete state that culminated in it kind of collapsing 2 months after launch. People are also wondering how they're going to fulfill all these Kickstarter obligations, like hosting people who paid over $10,000 with invitations to.
And not only that, all the money that they own, all those streamers, because they had a creator program with, according to how many hours you made, is how much money you got paid. So they also own a bunch of streamers. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of these streamers get together and decide to sue them. Well, it's not really a company to sue anymore, so there's that too.
You know, like launch parties and dinners and stuff like that. That's just no longer going to happen. So just a completely disastrous, catastrophic, calamitous end to an MMO that had a lot of potential based on its concepts, but
Potential? No. Some cool concepts? Some, just some.
not based on its execution. And now we have a new update from none other than Margaret Crone herself, who spoke at greater length about her experience with what happened on this front. And yeah, this paints some additional light into some of the mystery surrounding what the hell just happened, how this implosion could happen so suddenly, seemingly without.
We're pretty clear. It's, this is what I think happened. I honestly think that, Steven wanted to keep certain things super old school, but there was a lot of gamers requesting certain things because you got to put at least certain mechanics from modern MMOs into an MMO, even if you want to make like a old school MMO with modern technologies. And basically, I feel like what really happened was that a lot of the people that were working on the game, they say, "Well, screw you, we're gonna do this anyways, whether you want it or not." And that's when he pulled out. That's what I think personally happened.
Warning, here is how Margaret Crone recounts her side of the story. Quote, I waited until today to share this because I wanted to be sure I was communicating from a place of clarity. Intrepid Studios has shut down in a way that I did not expect. What I can share is what I experienced. On January 28th, towards the end of the workday, I was informed that we will be laying off 100 developers. I was devastated. These are hardworking people who are going to lose their jobs. Still, I believed it was something we could face together. And
actually, but you got to say this way ahead of time. They said in January 20th. Okay, so I guess they did set it ahead of time. Yeah, because if they didn't say that ahead of time legally, they could actually be sued for that.
Find a path forward. So yeah, the initial plan was a round of mass layoffs that would result in roughly 100 employees getting laid off. A significant portion of the
I wonder what Margaret says is even true. Now, if you know who Margaret Crone is, you know that she is a breeding mare. But despite my fantasies,
okay, the pregnant one.
I don't actually believe her. Okay, she was way in too deep. She was the full, pretty much fledged face.
Yeah, the super PR lady
Of Ashes of Creations onto the public. She was pretty high up there. She should have known this is happening months ago.
Yeah, she probably knew ahead of time, but she didn't want to be the one to tell them, pretty much.
Should have had an inkling. She should have understood it onto some degree. And I think she did. I think she's just smart enough to hide this and make herself not to be one of the bad people, and that's what's kind of happening. I think that's the story that is unveiling here.
Like around 250 employees that were working at Intrepid Studios, but it would still keep the studio alive to continue working on this project. But those plans quickly shifted. On January 29th, I shared this information of the mass layoffs that were incoming confidentially with my game services team. I told them that changes were coming, that I did not yet know who would be affected, and that I wished I had more certainty to offer. I could not live with
That's bullshit.
myself if I did not give them advance notice. These are people who deserve to be treated like human beings. By the end of the day, I received confirmation of which people on my team.
Yeah, well, there's no way you wouldn't know that this was coming.
Team would be impacted. Then on January 30th, I spoke individually with each of my team members to let them know whether they were affected so they could begin planning and preparing. Those who were staying began working on ways to move forward. Even those who knew they would be leaving offer their support.
Gotta hate this, by the way. The people who were staying were working on ways to move forward. Forward after what? Did these people actually buy into the bullshit of, oh, we're all a family here. We work as a family. Bro.
Yo, this is what I said. Didn't I tell you?
If any
any company that says you're a family, run the fuck out, because those are the ones that do you dirty. See, I said this before. I'll say it again.
Company ever tells you we're a family here, yeah, you better run for the hills.
Showing the grace, professionalism, and strength that defined our game services team. Then, a day later, on January 31st, we were all informed via a confusing email that we would be laid off along with a warn notice. It is still...
In the end, none of us are receiving our final paychecks. The 60 days notice and pay outline under warn at PTO payouts or other compensation. Oh, you don't fucking say. So those people are just not going to get paid. Wow. So if you don't have PTO, you're pretty much screwed then.
Shocking. The entire studio gathered.
See? Wow. Would a family do that to you? Yeah, I don't think so.
To try to understand what had happened and what it meant for our future. In the end, none of us are receiving our final paychecks.
Sue, those employees needs to sue the fuck out of them.
The 60 days notice and pay outlined under the WARN Act, PTO payouts, or
They sign a contract. Well, I don't know. Some certain things like these, depends on what state you are, the contract could pretty much be like toilet paper and wipe up their ass and you could still sue.
pay time off payouts, or other compensation owed. So beyond the chaotic nature of how all of this played out, where over the course of a few days, we went to mass layoffs.
Hey, I know a Jew that has a lot of Jewish cousins. Hit me up. I got you. Big Cat got you. He got lawyers on his side. Keep your Jewish friends closer. All I'm saying.
Layoffs that would still keep the studio and the team alive, to suddenly everyone getting laid off out of the blue with no explanation whatsoever, to the fact that the folks who worked at this development studio would not receive their final payment checks alongside other elements that they're owed.
Oh, so not even PTO. It's even worse. They can't even request PTO.
Paves the road to one of the most
This is a scam, bro. This come on. Like, you legally can't do this.
sudden, confusing,
The fuck are those people gonna do?
mysterious, and egregious ways in
Sue the fuck out of them.
which a studio has shut down and laid off employees. The statement continues, "What matters most to me now are the people, both the players and the developers. To the players,
Oh, I'm gonna stay updated. There's gonna be a real big nasty lawsuit, and I'm going to be here for it."
the entire development team was working extremely hard, pulling long hours, and wishes with all our hearts that we could give you Ashes of Creation."
Okay. Mommy Margaret said things. Let's look at what's happening after that.
Laying off all of the employees and imploding as a studio, and not just going through a round of mass layoffs that will retain some team members to keep working on the game, is this WARN Act letter right here that was filed by Intrepid Studios in the state of California, in which they cite that on January 31st, 2026, Intrepid Studios issued a layoff notice to all of its employees. The company has no alternative other than to and communicate.
Yeah, but that still doesn't. I don't give a fuck how ahead of time they warned them. Like, it was like a month ahead that all these people are getting laid off. What pisses me off mostly is that these people can't claim their PTO and they're not getting their last paycheck. Now that's what pisses me off. Like, you just gotta send these people, on top of laying them off, you're not even gonna give them the last paycheck so they could, got something to survive and work with while they get a different job.
Community, but given what has transpired in the
And not even a layoff. When you're on layoff, you can't apply for unemployment.
lack of
Oh shit, he actually posted something. That's insane. Okay.
You know what? Why was Steven even post? At this point, he should be the last person posting, and he's going to post at least talk with a lawyer soon. Because, dude, right now, you're under the scope, and you got eyes on you like a hawk.
even had the following
From every side.
to say in response to somebody saying, "We need a formal statement before the reputation is ruined even
Your reputation is already burned to the ground. There's no way of fixing that.
further." He said, "It is certainly
Just go on Reddit and hear what people are saying about it.
heartbreaking to see the impact to the people I care about, both my developers and community. But given what has transpired in the last
Bro, he threatened to sue people who said mean things about his game. Oh,
Yeah, I said this before. Like, he does this thing I saw in the Asfen podcast when he was interviewing Steven. He would say things along the lines about like criticism, like, oh, they don't know what they're doing, blah blah blah. He was like, and then he goes on talking about the people that say the criticism and the things that are bad about the game, what they say about him. It was like, oh, I could sue them, but I won't. Like, what? Is that a threat, motherfucker? Look at you now.
okay. He threatened to sue Narc because Narc said this looks like a scam.
Oh, yeah, that was the same guy that says that, when they showed the desert in the freaking trailer, and he kept saying there is no desert because they promised all this big desert, and it was literally a box of sand with like one rock in the middle.
Man, he must be really hot.
Dude, I love Narc. I'm kind of sad that he got rid of his original channel because Asmongold's retarded audience was pretty much harassing him. Like, don't harass anyone, even if you don't agree with their opinion. Like, don't be fucking writing the manifesto. You can harass me though. I love it.
Broken,
Gives me content.
Lack of facts available to the public, the reputational impact is something that cannot be avoided until the record is set straight with the proper public filings.
Yeah. We have already heard this song and dance before, and all of the Ashes of Creation shills that are still out there, by the way. There's legitimately still channels
Oh, there's lots of them. Mostly streamers, ironically enough.
that are saying, well, I'm gonna glaze the devil, and Reddit may give me a little bit of flack here for that. Yeah, no shit. You're literally standing up for a guy that rug pulled everyone, okay? Dude, listen.
That and your audience on top of that.
This is not an accident. Steven Sharif.
Because keep in mind, these people were advertising the game. They're saying, like, the streamers were the ones pushing the game.
Did not start protecting his assets a month ago before the company went under. Because yes, that's what he started doing. He started shifting asset management to other people than himself and whatnot, aka protecting his assets in case the company goes under. And well, surprise, surprise, that wasn't random. Who would have expected? Ah, man. And I love this. Oh, we need to wait for the thing to say. This is just a tactic so no one talks about it, okay? It's a tactic so low IQ individuals, I mean...
Yeah, it's like the freaking Game of Thrones. Like, you ever watch that South Park Game of Thrones? Where the guy orders the pizza. It's like, you said the pizzas were gonna be here 3 hours ago. No, I'll tell you what happens next in Game of Thrones. And then, are the dragons coming yet? No. And then we see more floppy wieners. More floppy wieners. Now, are the dragons coming yet? No, not yet. You still gotta go off. He keeps telling the kids a story, and the dragons never come. That's what's them telling that. Oh yeah, it's coming soon.
Asmongold.
Not anymore, I guess.
Viewers in particular, typically.
Oh yeah, I like Asmongold. I love his shit, but sometimes he does say really stupid shit, and his audience acts like a bunch of bots. They just accept anything that he say, and they don't think on their own. They wait for him like a little lamb to tell you what to think. Like, not everyone in his audience, but a lot of his audience, they act like bots. As much as I love the guy and I think he's freaking hilarious, his audience, they're a different story.
Just give up on asking questions because the lawyers are involved and you can't say anything because the law... Shut up, you can. It's just a tactic that people always use to not say anything because, oh, they can't. No, they can. It's a lie. It's literally a lie. In any case, that was a younger Yair. As we all know, Steven Shreve doesn't really give hate. Maybe there's more?
There's an individual who played 10 hours of this game.
No.
That's more of the same thing.
Anyway, that was our boy Young. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Ashes of Creation continues to burn. Bye. Oh,
all
boys.
Right. That was a good video. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And before I say, as always, stay spooky and stay weird. If you guys want me to react to anything else, or you guys have some ideas of things I should touch, please leave it down in the comments. If you're going to leave a video, you can't post links, but you can post the name and by who it was made. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, stay spooky, stay weird. Bye. Okay, that's the end of the video. All right. Yeah, I'm probably going to edit that sometime in the week. So we could, I don't know, hook something up with that. AOC. Good video, good video, good video. Okay, let's see. What's something else I should react to? I got a list of things people told me to react to. Let me see. Any more videos I gotta... do everything. What are we talking about? I mean, since we're on the topic, we might as well. No? Since we're on the topic, Let's make another one.
Film, and then you go.
Now, let's have another intro. Now, this is another, like, I don't know if you guys know who Josh Strider is, but he's pretty much the MMO junkie. He's really well respected in the MMO genre. And even he was one of those other people that are getting harassed by actually criticizing Ashes of Creation. We're going to actually react and see what he has to say. Because, hey, I couldn't be the only one.
We will talk about Ashes of Creation. Worry not. Once we've finished Lazy Man Mode, we'll play some Ashes of Creation. Oh, wait! I mean, we've only got a few minutes. Can I please stop killing innocent MMOs, Josh? No, because I'll tell you what annoys me about that. First of all, welcome everyone. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. There we go.
And no one had to kill Ashes of Creation and kill itself.
Go. Let me tell you what annoys me. First of all, hi. Let's start off with some positive energy. Hello. Now let's go into the negative energy. You know what annoys me? What annoys me is that the most immoral, the most corrupt, the most evil, and the most powerful people in our society seem to be able to act with complete impunity. And
okay, they get away with stuff because they take advantage of stupid people. To me honest, I admire for them. You got to be a predator when it comes to this. You always take advantage of the people below. That's literally the food chain. Look at animals. Only the strong survive type of thing. The only reason those type of people don't really die is because we got people looking after them. Let's be honest.
And do pretty much whatever they want with absolutely no...
Oh, and you can sell hope. But you can sell hope. What is it? Yeah, if you can sell hope, that's pretty much what you need to really sell a product. Let's be honest.
Consequences. Let's combine that with MMORPGs. The MMORPG genre is crying out for a new game. The players want something new. They want a new experience. Why is...
Yeah, this has really been happening ever since like WoW decided to shit in the back and start serving hot shit on a plate. There's always every MMO that comes out, they're like, oh, this is going to be the WoW killer. I'm sorry to tell you that's not gonna happen. I don't think WoW could really be killed. Now, if it does, I'll be really happy. I'll admit I'm wrong. I know as much as we hate that game, I don't think it's going to die any day soon at least.
Is it that the people that lie to you, the people that attempt to trick you, the people that try and pull you parasocially into a system or a process or a product that no longer exists and was probably never going to exist and who want your money...
Fucking base. That's what I said.
Are the ones who then get rewarded for doing that? Why is it that the people who promise you the world and then take your money and run away with it are the ones that get to enjoy the free lifestyle? And
as Linus Tech Tips said, because capitalism.
the people that are hanging back and saying, hey guys, maybe don't fully believe all of this, maybe don't fully commit to this, maybe have a little bit of, you know, customer caution with this going on. Why are they the ones that are laughed at as the ones that are spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt? Why are they the ones that are laughed at as the ones that are just hating for no specific reason? Is this about Ashes of Creation? No, didn't say that at all. If you want to connect my opinions with Ashes of Creation, that's entirely up to you, but I did not point anything.
I will. It's about Ashes of Creation. The biggest piece of shit. 10 years. Overhype, overpromise. Hot garbage.
Whatsoever. I mean, it's remarkably similar, isn't it? But I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all.
I did.
Allegedly is a word I'm going to be using a lot with this. What happened with Ashes of Creation? I'll tell you what happened with Ashes of Creation.
Yeah, you know, that's right what that person said. Someone in his comments said 10 years of alpha testing. I point that out every freaking time.
Ashes of Creation was a game that massively overpromised and overhyped what it was going to be and got people involved in its product and process.
And when people overhype things, it usually means because the product is not going to do that well and something is going to go wrong. Never believe a game that's being overhyped. Overhyped games always disappoint you. Another little advice. Always go into everything with the lowest expectation. If you go into something with no expectation, you'll never be disappointed.
To effectively create.
I learned that from the, I don't fucking know. I've always taught myself that.
Create a cult of
dating women. That's how. Honestly, that's actually is true. That's how I came to that conclusion.
Supporters who would defend it from any and all critique. I made a video 4 years ago called Ashes of Creation Don't Believe the Hype. Stop hyping this game. Stephen Sheriff even commented on that video, basically explaining why he was doing what he was doing. People told me within the Ashes of Creation Discord, within the Ashes of Creation Reddit, within the MMORPG subreddit, that I was just a hater, that I was doubting it too much, that I wasn't believing the ability of the team, and I'm sure there are many in—
Oh, this just told you that he got the easy way. I got called fag, a tranny, a fucking loser, a retard. Let me see what else shit that they told me when I criticized this game. A hater, woke, even though I don't know why they call me woke, because I'm the farthest thing away from that, but okay, retard. Anyways, what didn't they call me? They called me every name in the book. Oh, and they also said that, oh, there's one guy there. This was, I don't want to generalize everyone, but there was this one guy saying that because I hated that game, he wanted to kill all my kind. And I'm like, what kind you mean, man? You gonna kill you? You gonna kill yourself? Like what? Oh, bro, I'm a little confused here.
Some people that—
At his defense, someone did tell me that they thought I was a black woman because they told me I sounded like a black woman. And the VTuber avatar, I guess, doesn't really help that case. So you know what? I'll give you that point.
have been caught up and swept up in this entire process, and they don't deserve what has happened to them. However, when something overpromises what it can do and then underdelivers what it can create, and then when something asks for your money, despite the fact they say they've got the money to do it, alarm bells start to go off. And when a company then says, we don't answer to a board of directors, and then when the game kind of doesn't launch and
not anymore, because now they admitted they did have a board of directors.
Fail, the excuse given is,
and investors.
Sorry guys, the board of directors took control. Which is it? Because you can't kind of have both here. You can't eat your cake and have it too. There's one of those was true, one of those was a lie.
I mean, well, yeah, no shit. I mean, the guy was known for doing a rock pool before, but let's be honest, you don't get all that money. It's just a rock pool when he was allegedly a web designer for it.
Then you've got the
and then again say, oh, it wasn't back in that rock pool to say, oh, it wasn't him, it was his family. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. The story is changing way too many times.
Idea of people saying, hey, I'm going to give loads of money to this because it's going to exist. Don't worry, there's a clause in the contract that says if the game doesn't launch.
Yeah, I even read the terms of, you know, when you download Ashes of Creations for the first time, that whole contract thing that they want you to agree to. I actually was one of those dudes that actually read through it. That's why I said, fuck this game.
Everyone will be refunded. Pretty convenient, isn't it, that there was a Steam launch in December and it's been out roughly 30 days now, which I think legally
out allegedly, because the game was still in alpha,
counts as a launch. You have to understand, guys, that language, the use of words, the use of rhetoric, the use of specific sayings and phrases to mean different things and have different legal context in order to circumvent.
Bro, I love talking about MMOs because this is something I fucking grew up with, and I'm still playing MMOs. I'm a sucker for MMO drama.
The meanings of contracts. It's why there is a difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion. And if you didn't know there was a difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion, that's by design. Legalese is not taught to you. You are not meant to know it. It's a lawyer talk. It's an attorney talk. It's a barrister talk. If you want to go and have...
Actually, I know a lot about law, but that's because my sister is a lawyer.
Have a look at the difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion, I would encourage you to do so. Because educating yourself on how the legal system works and how any kind of creative process works is remarkably important. So when someone says, hey, don't worry, if this game doesn't launch, you'll all get your money back, and then the game launches in a buggy state, you're shit out of luck, my friend. Because the game did launch. The contract has been fulfilled. What I don't want people to do, and I can see you doing it in chat now, is say our only hope is Chrono Odyssey. Why, in order to save the MMORPG genre, are you constantly looking for new things to be added to it, despite the fact that the most successful elements of it...
Well, here's the thing. I don't really think, I mean, it would be nice to have another MMO, but I feel like we already have a lot of good MMOs. The thing is that I feel like a lot of publishers kind of rush MMOs to actually launch games way too fast, and then you get these companies that launch MMOs every year with a mid story, mid everything, and it feels like it just feels rushed. It's not taking their time. Now, I miss when companies used to take 2 to 3 years to actually release a new expansion. Yeah, you're waiting 2 to 3 years, but at least you're getting something good that's replayable. Something that's not may have ass.
It are things that already exist. I don't understand why people say the MMO genre is dying or needs to be saved when we have games that are absolutely fine within it that are continuing to push the boundaries and continuing to hold players. Is new stuff launching into this genre? No, not at all. It doesn't necessarily need to. The games that we have are good enough. It's like when someone says, oh my god, we need to save sports. We've only had the most dominant sports be the same for the last 20 to 30 years. We need to save music because we've only had the most dominant genres of music be dominant for the last, 10 to 15 years. It's entirely okay to have the most important and impressive stuff. Do we need to save movies? People go, oh my god.
We do from Disney.
Can't believe that no good movie has released in the last 10 years. First of all, they have. But then you can also go back and
They're just not looking good at now I've noticed that nowadays most movies are shit, but every time you find a really good movie, it's usually like an indie movie that doesn't even play in theaters. It's just made by a bunch of dudes who just were bored.
watch the old stuff as well.
I love indie horror.
Lord of the Rings Online is still alive and kicking. Guild Wars 1 has had a good remaster, that's still going. Dungeons and Dragons Online, that's still working. Guild Wars 2 is still going, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised D&D Online is still going.
When people say, and I'm not having a go at you personally, when people say stuff like, Chrono Odyssey is our only hope, why? Why is it your only hope for a new game? Is it because...
They treat every new MMO that's been announced like Episode 4 of Star Wars, A New Hope.
You've played all of the others and don't like them? That's totally okay, but it's not your only hope. Your hope is to understand the MMORPG genre was never a genre of good games. It was a...
I mean, see, the MMO genre was meant to felt repetitive and have a loop because that's what keeps you going. It's like an infinite progress. That's how MMOs are freaking built from the start. That's the whole root of an MMO. That's a core mechanic of an MMO. I don't know why people are trying to change this so much. I don't know, MMO since the beginning of time being like this.
Genre of society, a genre of community, a genre of connection. It was the world's prettiest chat room with a game system attached to it. Always has been and likely always will be. No one's playing the MMORPG genre because they want the cutting edge of game design. They're playing it because they want to play mediocre game design with other people. Or they want to play mediocre game design while existing around other people and feeding a level of community connection. So then,
I mean, they have been a few MMOs that have a really good story. Have you heard of Star Wars: The Old Republic? Dude, I fucking love that MMO. Like, I remember I played like 1 and 2 when I was a kid, but I've never played till recently. Like the whole game of their MMO version is so fucking good. Once you get past the class, I mean, the first DLC is mid, but those following 3 DLCs were so fucking good. Like, it's like one of the greatest Star Wars stories I've ever experienced. Even KOTOR 1 and 2, that was kind of like, it told a story that you got to know for going to this expansion. And there's a Raven book, but it was that good.
not as lonely. And that's
It
totally
was ahead of its time.
okay. If that's how you want to play the genre, that's okay. But please, stop putting all of your hopes and dreams onto whatever new MMORPG is going to launch. We've got this right now in old school RuneScape. It's stupid, it's dumb, it's a silly idea, but people are here. We're hanging out, we're chatting, and we're having a good time to it.
Actually, my dad used to play RuneScape when he was in college. He told me about it. Like, the first time he saw me playing Elder Scrolls Online, he was like, oh, it's like RuneScape. I'm like, what the fuck is RuneScape? And then he showed me his account and stuff. I'm like, oh, he used to play MMOs too.
We don't need to constantly be looking for the next best thing if you haven't actually enjoyed the thing that came before it. You've played every one of them and got to endgame and it becomes repetitive. That's like saying you've read every single book and when you get to the final chapter it gets quite boring reading the final chapter again and again and again. Yes, that's the point. It's meant to be repetitive because it's a genre designed to be a forever game. It can't exist. It's the snake eating its own tail. It's the Ouroboros of game design. If you finish watching a film and then you go back and watch the final scene of the film again and again and again,
just do a different approach. That's what I do. Like, I finish the whole story in an MMO and stuff. Like, I could raid, but certain games I'd rather not raid because incompetent people. And that's a different story. But like, just do like a different approach. Start a new character, different class, different approach. What you want to do, like, just start fresh.
and you're going to start saying, you know what, this film's actually quite boring at the end. Yes, it is, because you finished it. However, if you're sat there with a bunch of mates watching the final scene again and again, you're going to find some fun things to do with your mates, because the point of the genre was never about being good. It was about having friends to do the mediocre thing with. They're all built differently, they all supply you with a different thing, but ultimately what they're trying to supply you with is an experience to have with other people. I'm sorry that Ashes of Creation failed. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't see it coming. Of course I saw it coming. Without a doubt, I saw it. I'd made a
Like, who didn't?
video 4 years ago calling it out. The idea was that if you promise the world and you don't have anything to build it off, then you're not going to be able to do that. Am I going to make a video on the Ashes debacle? What do I need to say that's already not been said? What do you need to know? You need me to review?
I will. I'm gonna fucking milk the shit out of their failure. I'm as Miskiff say, time to go full demon mode. I even got the VTuber avatar for it. Time to go full demon mode, boys.
Regurgitate the same points again and again and again. You know what irritates me about YouTube and general content creation is the people that make some of the most engaging content are the people that try to get you angry. The people that try to constantly tap into you being annoyed, you being angry.
Oh, he's talking about me. Hey.
The us versus their mindset. And I find it very draining to exist and to live in a constant state of being angry, of being annoyed, of being upset, of being...
Oh, come on, Josh. Don't ruin my milk. I'm milking them. Don't ruin it, Josh. Don't ruin this for me. Please let me have this.
Negative. The people that want to try and get your money for video games are the ones promising you the world, not the ones actually delivering you.
Oh wait, he wasn't talking about. Okay, good. He's still gonna let me milk it.
Small, finished, final products like many indie developers do. So people are giving their money to people who are promising the world and not delivering. People are giving their attention to people who are getting them angry, getting them annoyed, keeping them in that constant state of tension, that constant state of irritation, because that's the most easy to tap into emotion. So we have an entire generation of audience who...
Yeah, that's true. That's what the Siths do when they want to get an apprentice. You gotta get them to act emotional. If someone gets emotional and they can't control it, they're easier to control. That's why I dropped that video.
Want to throw their money.
I gotta test it. It's like a fisherman. You gotta throw the hook to see if it bites. If people bite of a tiny video and it gets feedback and views, that's why I'm like, okay, time to make 10 other ones.
At wild promises because they want something, and throw their attention at people who are making them angry and annoyed because they want to feel something. And then you have a whole generation of gamers who don't get the thing that they paid for because it was never going to exist anyway, and are wondering why they're feeling so bloody negative all the time. Because they're constantly consuming content that makes them negative. I don't want to do that. I am aware that it is the worst possible, way to build a community, by trying to spread a little bit of happiness and joy and levity. But fuck it, we're gonna try.
Man, he's so positive. I'm so happy I'm not that positive.
Because the alternate is just spreading hatred and dissent and disconnection and annoyed, unhappy rhetoric. Which one do you want to be involved with, guys? Have I covered the Ashes drama?
Hey, I'm gonna say it again. My motto is rap for a reason. I gotta say.
Notice how everyone's coming in straight away. They want to know about negative stuff. Very few people wanted to know about Guild Wars Reforged. Not as many people cared about RuneScape making good stuff, but suddenly everyone wants to know about Ashes.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole wave for people that are quitting World of Warcraft and they're joining RuneScape.
Failing, because extreme emotions are rewarded.
It hasn't RuneScape being around for way. I'm not too sure about this, but I think they've been around way longer in World of Warcraft, and they still have a pretty decent amount of numbers and a really good community.
With the brain's dopamine center. It's a grim reality that you'll keep hearing content from the people that have negative stuff. I want to know how I'm feeling today. You know what? I'm actually pretty good. I've got a box of Imperial Guard I'm looking forward for building later. I refuse to call them the Astra Militarum. I've got a bunch of people in game around me who are helping me with this stupid idea. You know what? Yeah, when we actually step back and say, hey guys, step outside, because it's a good game. The film The Matrix. Don't worry.
Okay, I think that's done for him. So, you heard it first here. I'm gonna pause the video before he ruins the ideas that I have to shit on this game. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always stay spooky, stay weird, and until next time. And tell me, how much money did you waste on Ashes of Creation? Tell me right in the comments. And also, if you have any ideas for things I should cover or things to react, drop the name and by who it was made, and I'll make sure to react to you. So always stay spooky, stay weird, and until next time. And there, another slot video we added. They're not gonna get edited in a while. Okay. Well. See, what else do we got in YouTube? More AOC videos. He gonna discuss the thing about Linux and the Epstein file. I don't even want to watch it fully. Apparently, it looks like I watched it a little bit. I'm about to fall asleep. Sometimes I play videos and I just go to sleep, take a nap. God damn. Oh, it's fake. All right, I'm gonna go off for the night. Kind of bored. I gotta get up. Oh shit, it's already late. All right, I gotta get up tomorrow for work. Thank you for coming for the stream. Hope you guys have a good night. And until next time, I'll be here tomorrow. Later.